Welcome to Wordpath, the show about Oklahoma Indian languages and the people who are teaching and preserving them. Tonight our show is about Parker McKenzie, the famous Kiowa linguist. I've never met Mr. McKenzie myself, but I know of him through my colleagues Gus Palmer, who teaches Kiowa at OU, and Laurel Watkins, a linguist at the University of Colorado, I believe now, who has worked with him, and also from his work with J.P. Harrington, who's no longer alive, but whose work I'm very familiar with. Parker McKenzie started out at Indian school like so many young Indians of his generation, not speaking any English at all. Later, he became interested in the structure of his language. He worked out his own system for spelling Kiowa, which is now widely used today. And he worked with, as I said, the famous linguist J.P. Harrington. In fact, I have my own copy of it's kind of a Xerox copy of Harrington's 1928 work on the Kiowa language, vocabulary of the Kiowa language, which I think probably benefited greatly from Parker McKenzie's input, although they didn't always agree on the analysis or the spelling of things. He later worked with Laurel Watkins. Now this is her dissertation, which was later published as a book, and it's called The Grammar of Kiowa. This was written at the University of Kansas in 1984. Now, even though Parker McKenzie did not go to college and get fancy formal linguistic training, his lifelong study and teaching of the Kiowa language are a great contribution to human knowledge and an inspiration to us all. Mr. McKenzie recently, on November the 15th of this past year, celebrated his 100th birthday, and he's still going strong from what I understand. In 1991, I guess that was at the ripe old age of about 93, the University of Colorado granted him a degree of Doctor of Humane Letters in recognition of his lifetime of scholarly work. What an amazing scholar indeed. What we're going to see, what we're about to see here, is excerpts from an Oklahoma State Historical Society interview, which was taped last summer by Roger Harris and Bill Welge, assisted by Gus Palmer Jr. We'll see him, sort of the side of his face on the tape. Let's take a look.
Anything you want to ask about?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question.
Oh.
How old were you before you spoke English? How old?
Well, put it this way. According to the school records that you furnished me from OHS 5, I entered Raymond. I was enrolled for the first time October 20-something, 21, I think it is, 1904. I didn't know any English at all when I entered school in October 1904.
So you heard English for the first time when you were about 6 or 7 years old?
I couldn't just say a week later I learned to say this.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. They just grew on me somehow.
Right.
From its rough beginnings.
Right. How about your parents? Did your parents speak English? Your mother and father?
Neither one knew any
No English at all?
No.
Okay, so you heard
The only
English.
Kiowa word that my mother learned, and the Kiowa don't have that. We don't have a word for use
Yeah.
as a verb. We don't have a word for that, use.
Use.
I can't think of a word that fits use.
Yeah.
So she uses that.
Yeah.
Got use on.
Got use
Got
on.
use on.
That's a good use of
That's-
borrowing
That's the extent of
borrowing
English.
English into Kiowa. What about
Got use on. I'm using it.
What about at school? Were there any kids that spoke Kiowa? Did the kids speak Kiowa there? A lot of kids speak Kiowa?
They prohibit us from talking Kiowa under certain punishment that we get caught by any of the employees. But we did a lot of undercover Kiowa talk, especially when we are playing out of the school ground up on the mountain, behind the mountain. A matron would tell me. Now, I understood English better than I could talk it. First few months I began to catch on. I used to hate fear that matron would ask me to go to another department to tell Miss So-and-so that she wanted to borrow a couple of buckets or a couple of brooms or something like that. I used to just fear being told that to go to another department for that chore. I try to remember the exact word the mission said. Go to Miss So-and-so, tell her I want to borrow 2 brooms. I want to wear it. So she'd use it. Tell her I want to borrow. I get over that. I didn't know just how I
You
get it
didn't know how to
across.
say it.
But I got it across. But I used to fear that chore when Mason told me to go somewhere else. So first thing I know, we were talking.
You were talking English before you knew it. What grade were you in when you left Rainy Mountain School?
The highest grade there was 6th.
6th grade.
I think I finished 6th grade.
Right.
But the other Kiowas had been to Haskell and Chilocco.
Yeah.
Made us believe that grades were much harder there than they are at Rainy Mountain.
Mm.
So after I was in 6th grade at Rainy Mountain, we didn't have no graduating class. Like some Kiowas talk about the ancestors being in Rainy Mountain class so-and-so. They never had no class graduation. They just went through the 6th grade and that was it. They quit. I got to Phoenix. I was fearful of the 6th grade there. 7th grade there would be too much for me. So I entered 6th grade again at Phoenix. So I was in the 6th grade 2 years. And 7th. In the last year at Phoenix, the 3rd year I was there, through the influence of Superintendent Brown, I was kind of a pet to him, because I was office boy there. And they knew I already knew shorthand, because I had finished my course just when I got to Phoenix. I got my diploma after I got to Phoenix. I got a copy of it. I think you made copies for me.
Yes.
Anyway, because of that, I got to be kind of a pet to the office crew. I worked as an office boy there. So through the influence of Superintendent Brown, he decided after finishing the 7th grade, I was smart enough to enter high school. All I did was 2 fingers. Then, working there at the office for 1 year, I saw summer courses advertised at summer business courses at Phoenix Business College. I had little money accumulated to my account. All the monies that came from our agency don't come direct to us. They send it through the office and they hold the money for us and issue it out as we make requests that are approved for various things.
So you paid for your own. You paid for your own training.
I had little money in the office account. So I asked to take the summer course at the business college. I had to have so many dollars each week for my transportation, which only a nickel to get down there, a nickel to get back on streetcars. And my noonday lunch, few essentials I need, paper and pencil, this and that. So they allowed me so much a week.
Yeah.
Each Monday morning I go and I ask Miss White, the financial clerk at the school, I need my money for my week's expenses at the business college. Oh, I paid for my course. I forgot how much it was. I was accepted. So when I started, I was in strange. That's first time I was in a strange world for the first time. Into the, what you might say, into the white world. Prior to that, the only association I had with the white element is white employees at the school.
When didn't you attend Oklahoma A&M for a time? And
Before that, I did. That was in 1917. After I left Phoenix, I came home. That same fall, I entered. They had a prep department in those days, but I've been to college, see. But I was in the prep department. They suspended the prep department shortly after World War I. They made it full college, no high school. Because I was in the prep department at Oklahoma State. If my father hadn't died that winter, I probably would have gone back. But he died first part of February. So I had to stay home, take care of my mother and Dad's farm operations. My brother Bob was only about 11 or 12. Then I had a cousin 4 or 5 years older that my mother raised. So I stayed home, didn't go back to school. And I happened to be at the agency first part of April 1918, talking to a one-man oil department. They had one man of the oil department. His name was Brett Schneider. It was German. And you can tell by his speech, it was German. We were talking to him. Most Pula was with me, and most knew him pretty well. Mr. Bernstein was complaining about not being able to keep a stenotypist on account of government wages being too low. They work a while and they leave for a high full-time job outside the BIA. So he's complaining about not having a stenotypist. And I already had been to business college at Phoenix Business College, summer of 1917. I interrupted, I said, hey, I'm trained as a stenotypist, how about me? I didn't have no job. Most Polars were with me. And he said, well, I said, if you want to work here, you'll have a job. Yeah, I'll work. Well, come on in, I'll test you. So he let me in a workplace. He dictated a couple of short letters. Processed them, handed them out. I had a job.
Well,
I worked almost 39 years, 38 and a half to be exact. And as of Halloween, this last Halloween, I had worked. I had been retired as long as I had worked. So I'm now past that. I'm still going.
still going.
Still doing
Right.
my salary.
Say, Guy, when did you become, how did you become interested in Kiowa, in the language? You know, the linguistic.
I would say along about age 14, I began to wonder how could that language be written? And
Like English.
I already had a girlfriend, and we tried to write phonetically some words about nothings.
It was writing characters to
Anyway.
represent sound, wasn't he?
Like, for instance, take the character Q.
The Q, right?
That's like a K in English. I use that for that.
Like ope,
Ope, E, O, ooh,
cool.
ooh. Can you make that sound? Can you make the sound? Ooh,
ooh,
Ooh, that's really close. Ooh,
ooh,
ooh.
oh,
Now most youngsters that try to write that, they use K.
yeah.
But that's confusing. We have K sound.
So linguists call it ejective.
No,
ejective.
Instead of saying oak for mountain, that's the word for mountain. Oak, oak. That reminds me when we're really thirsty and taking a drink of water after much exhaustion.
On a hot day.
Say, somebody asks you, what you doing? I said, oak de calm, or I'm calling a mountain. Oak, oak, oak. That's a Kiowa or expression.
Segi, your writing system, you had to invent sounds to
Well, that's what I'm
represent,
trying to get at. Now, for that one particular sound, I didn't know, I couldn't use K because we got K sound on it. They just won't fit.
You have about 22 consonants, don't you? About 22 consonants.
Yeah, the 22 consonants.
Yeah, and then 8 of them.
Out of the 22, 6 are now getting 6 of them are C, Q,
CH,
J,
F,
C, and J.
J.
6 of them.
Okay.
English characters.
Right.
We don't have those in the Kiowa language.
Right.
On top of that, I was needing 2 more to complete my alphabet. I tried everything. I know Greg Shorthand. I took a course in Greg Shorthand. So I know shorthand character. I even tried to borrow something from shorthand. I gave it up. I finally decided on 2 digraphs. One of them is TH, like in the word thought. TH. But it doesn't go like English thought. It's
Dejective T.
Nasal. I'd adopted that. I couldn't get it down to a single character, so it became permanent in my alphabet. The other one is CH, that I adopted for a soft variant of English S, like you say chicken or church. Anglo writers, they always use TS for that sound. They could have used CH just as well. It'd been better. It'd been closer. I finally decided to use the digraph CH to represent that. Cheyo, Chegun, Chon, Che, Ache, I'm short.
Yeah.
Ache, that's abbreviation of Conche. Conche.
Yeah.
Instead of saying I'm short, Conche, I say Ache.
Segun.
Because it's always, it also means put something within something. Oh yeah, Che.
Uyatse.
Yeah.
Uyatse.
Is that your part?
No, this is.
I thought that was mine. Anyway, what's next? I get carried away and forget what I'm talking about.
Well, maybe, what about the vowels? The vowel elements.
I finally settled down on 6 vowels. And they just have one basic sound. Let me start from it.
Okay.
A is A.
Okay.
Is A. O is O. Those are my 3 A's.
3 A's. Okay.
Represented with the character E, A, and the digraph AU.
AU. Okay.
That's it. A, I, O, E.
E.
I use I for that.
Okay.
Symbol I
E.
for that sound.
Yeah.
O. O.
Okay.
And U. I don't say you, I say woo.
Woo.
Because it occurs in the language only with a W.
Ooh.
Goo the
Ooh.
paint. Gui outside. Gun. Keep it pole.
Yeah, it does sound like it. Goon.
It always got a W sound. Then, through the years, I finally decided that I could drop that intervening W sound in writing. So when I write the word for tippy pole, plural tippy pole, yeah, gun is plural, gunda is singular.
Right.
When I write the word for tippy pole, I write it look like the English gun, G-U-N, but it pronounces gun, gun, gun,
Gun.
gun. And it's also a verb to past tense of throwing something away. Supposing you discarded your last woman.
Goon. You threw her away.
Threw her away. That first time I worked there temporarily, in May and June.
Right.
That's when I got acquainted with Harrington.
Mm.
He happened to arrive there just a few days before I did. And we were now here's what I want to show you. You remember that club building they call it, north side of the road? Agency?
I don't remember it, Sergey.
They had a room on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
Harrington was over in the northeast corner of this building.
Yeah. What was he doing?
He was researching the Kiowa language.
Mm.
Harrington. And he arrived there just 2 or 3 days before I did. He was with a Smithsonian institution as a linguist. He'd been all over the world, different parts of the country, studying different Indian languages. I happened to be in the same building. I had a room in that same building. He had a room. Enoch Smokey was his regular informant. Elder Kiowa, spoke fairly good English, had good knowledge of Kiowa. He found out I was in the same building, that I could talk Kiowa.
Mm-hmm.
So he used me during my spare hours, evenings, holidays, and Sundays, through May and June 1918. And that's when I got acquainted with Harrington. And then I lost track of him till way up into 39, when he appeared at Intertribal on his way to California, and he stopped in Intertribal a few hours. Found out I was still alive, and met me, and we spent all afternoon reminiscing about our former association. And then he said, when I return back to Washington, I'll write you. So the following Christmas, he was back in Washington. That would be December 1939. He was back in Washington. He sent me Christmas greetings. I answered back. First thing we know, we started writing to one another. We corresponded the next 10 years. I'd already been studying quite a bit Kiowa, even before I met Harrington. Now, a lot of these writers, they implied that Harrington was the one that started me. That's all baloney. In fact, I taught Harrington my system.
You got a PhD, huh?
Yeah. By the way, people ask me, where'd you go to school? I said, well, I got Rainy Mountain. I got my PhD. Pause a while, I said, Doctor of Phylogeny. You know the word phylogeny?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I accidentally ran across that word in the dictionary.
Oh, you did?
So from that time on, I use that Doctor of Phylogeny. People ask me, PhD, that's where I got my PhD, Rainy Mountain, Doctor of Phylogeny. 9 out of 10 don't know what that word means, but it means fondness for women.
Go ahead, Conda.
No, heck! I last 20 hours
I asked him if he was getting tired.
at a sitting.
Well, it's good that you're still here because you help all of us.
Yeah. We're talking about Kiowa history, language.
Keeps you going.
Right down my line.
Yeah.
Hasn't he had a fascinating life? That entire interview, by the way, runs about 1 hour and 43 minutes. If you'd like to see the rest of it, you could contact Roger Harris at 522-5207 or Judith Mitchner at 522-0689. They both work at the Archives and Manuscripts Division, Oral History Department of the Oklahoma State Historical Society, which is in Oklahoma City, right near the state capitol. By the way, they have some other tapes and manuscripts by Parker McKenzie up there, and you could ask the same individuals about access to those. Join us next time on Wordpath.
Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita. Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita. Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita. Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita. Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita. Na hele yo hele, na hele yo hele, ana magwana kita, wa pele manaole kita.